Buffalo Bills. How's my defensive rating look so far? I mean, I had a great game last week. Oh, this is. I'm first in offense. That's not a fucking understatement. 29th in defense? Oh my god, dude. Let me see. We're one of the worst defenses in the league. I mean, right here. I mean, 658. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're ninth in against the pass. Rush. We suck. 84 points. We're one of the worst teams in the league. Sacks. One of the best. Fumbles. One of the worst. Interceptions. One of the best. Okay, offense. We got the most first downs. Yes, sir. Tied with the Eagles. Rushing TDs. We suck. Passing TDs. We're killer. We're tied with the Jets. Points per game, of course, we're number one. Rushing yards, 716. We're number one. Passing yards, we're number. Ooh, we're down there. Damn. Okay. I see you, man. I see you. What about here? Do we got any leaders in the Bell House? NFL. Okay, so passing yards. Lamar Jackson is number one. Rudolph is number two. Stafford number three. Any rookies? Stafford's right there. Ooh, Josh Allen's up there, but alrighty. Well, let's see TDs. Rudolph and Nick Foles. Okay. Rushing. Mixon 69. Damn. Barkley 67. Damn. McCaffrey leads the NFL with 367. Not bad. Alright. How are we doing here? Michelle has 8 yards of rush at 160 yards. Gordon has 8 yards of carry because of me. McCaffrey 6.1. Where is my other boy at who is to be not up here? Okay. Rushing TDs. Oh, we only had 2, so that's fucking pointless. Let's see. McCaffrey tops in the Knicks. Broken tackles. We have McCaffrey up there at 4th. Not bad. Yak, yards after contact. Gurley, of course. I'm not even up there. Long. Well, we know Sonny Michel had a 78-yard scamper. Receiving yard. Why didn't that... He broke a tackle on that one, too. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, he broke a tackle on that. Oh, you dirty hoe. Ooh, Rudolph, 24. Wow. Sonny Michel, 23. Jesse James, 22. But here's where my defense is. Valdez Scantling has 10 for 30, 307. But nothing is Dante Moncrief, 37. DeAndre Washington, 31. Valdez, 30. 24. John Ross, 20 at 12 catches. Only Valdez has 100 per game, huh? Who's leader in TDs? Tate, Cooper, Valdez. I'm atop of the list. Rack attack. Tate leads it. Ross is 3rd. Average. Any of my team up there? Standas has 12. Nice. Long. Lee, Ross, Scandling. Okay, blocking. I've given up a lot of sacks though. But I am not up there. Nice, okay. Tackles. Overall tackles. Rashaan Evans is 5th in the league. Terrell Edmonds is 7th in the league. Who leads in tackles for losses? Oh, screw you, Ingram. Is just beating out Rashaan Evans at 8. Damn it. Sacks. Do we got anybody? We lead the league in sacks, and Anthony Barr has 3 to be in 3rd. Interceptions. Did you even keep register mine? Terrell Edmonds has 2, and that's it. My other guys didn't get registered. Get out of here, dude. All right. Oh, dude, look at my kicking. My kicking is so screwed. Jake Elliott, 12 for 15, 80%. One of the worst in the leagues. I mean, seriously, dude. People actually attempted shit. I mean, damn it, Elliott. Punting. I'm not even that good, but punting. Nope. Average. Nope. Yard, Borchers, J.K. Scott right there, 54 and 48, and that's way down there. And 48, yeah. How many inside the 20? J.K. Scott's got 5 inside the 20, but 3 kickbacks. 75 yards is the longest he's got, which is the NFL leader. Kick returns. Cohen's got 11. Cohen's got 286 yards on returns, and Michelle has 146. And we have Michelle leads the NFL 148. Cohen's got 26 to be 5th in the NFL. Punt returns. Of course it's Cohen. Cohen returns all day. 14 for 192 yards. Leads at 13.7. Oh, is not the leader. It's 3rd place. Scrassy. Who's got the long? 23 so far. Okay. Not bad. And we are going up against the Packers. Packers. Who's the Packers quarterback? Big Ben? How's Packers stuff? Let me see. Packers is one of the worst offenses in the league. 854. Passing 587. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th worst. Rushing 267. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13th. Wow. 15 points per game. Wow. So on paper, this should be a devastating destroy. Do they have any injuries? Let me see. Depth chart. Well, I do want to mix. I don't know why Sonny Michel is not on my kick return squad, but he's my kick returner. See, he's right there. Get the hell out of here, dude. Who's my other? Ronald Jones. There. Okay. Okay, so now no matter what, he's back there, but still, come on, dog. Get at me, dog. Okay, so play the season game. How's my batteries look? My batteries are half full. I need my friends on. No siree. Checkmate. Ready. Steady. Freddy. The Freddy's gonna get you. Dun, 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 dun. The Freddy's gonna get you. Dun, 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 dun. The Freddy's gonna get you. Defensive tackle comparisons. Run the stuffer. Okay. Hicks. They're 1 and 2. Huh. I forgot who I traded my first round pick with.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Alrighty. Oh, Charter, where is it?
They go play action here on first down. James has got it, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start, because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me.
Alrighty, well,
that's
Big Ben's out here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out
One of the best pass defenses in the NFL.
Most of these guys are
hell?
self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively.
I knew.
And it'll be 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. Really good backhand.
That's a nice top spin on a little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh,
and
my
this
God.
is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Shut the fuck
Nice job there on the
up.
tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 17 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got...
And the second effort gets it in. Touchdown, Packers. Theo Riddick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Whatever.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-3.
Fourth name.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this.
Actually, I'm going to change my fullback, yeah. Mr. Nicholson and Mr. Doom. Jordan Thomas, Troy Nicholson. Whoops. Who's faster? Sorry, 6'6",
Across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
Well, I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The numbers for
McCaffrey, the NFL
last
rushing
week.
leader.
20 carries, 91 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now it's Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Why? Goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract.
No, I'm not!
And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Okay. Start dryer.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they get him down the mountain before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of them and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Now Jones. And now running right through it. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
I need to go back to my fullbacks because give me Nicholson.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was a risky pass.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of reset on each and every attempt.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're
Can't
able to
stop
convert on
going.
3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the ball.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
No. Check. Patriot.
They get it to him running left. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And the kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Over
We
70
are
yards
not
receiving
gonna
now
keep up
for
with
him in this first half alone as he's got a 1st down on that last catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete.
Oh, I got to him? Wow.
I think they need to make sure they get together on that route because that's a curl, all right? Timing is everything.
That receiver anticipating turning around, having the ball already halfway there, threw it short. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And able to find Kirk complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage, That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Come here, Jelly. Come here, girl. Come here.
And
Jelly,
after the main field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
One more?
Might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Come here, girl. Come on.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Come on, girl, up. Come on,
a nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down to Michel on the dump off. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Come on, girl, get up here. Jelly here. Good Jelly.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Open man right side is Shark. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Elliott Good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Boom, bitch.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No gain on the play there, second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And he couldn't hang on to it.
Damn it,
contact.
man.
Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I mean,
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
I had no choice. I have to.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well.
Wow,
as they
nobody's
stop him
blocking.
far behind
Oh,
the
there goes
line of the
McCaffrey.
game.
No.
Play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up.
Bullets.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bills have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Oh,
now the Bills
on.
offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's Rudolph. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. Rudolph now to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it?
Rush coming in. He's taken down. Anthony Barr. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Woo! 2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Riddick with a carry, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie. The coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Here.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Roethlisberger will throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie things now at 19 all. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Rudolph on first down. And that'll be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first and 10, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Rudolph throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
We have hit halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
So I can do that, whatever.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Wow!
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught right side, it turns. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Ow, 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 ow. Whatever.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. That'll bring up second down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Malik Jefferson did a lot of that at the University of Texas, run down ball carriers and put them on the ground. And he played inside linebacker a lot while he was at UT. I like him better outside. A weak side linebacker protected by a defensive line. Let him run, chase, and hit, and he'll get plenty more plays just like that.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Good hold.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
No, check, Patriot!
Oh, no, Cohen. Cohen, no.
This is Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Going.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now.
Shit.
Lowering in the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
No linebacker, nobody over on that side. Sony!
On second down, Michelle.
Yeah! Just get out my way!
Down, but not before they're inside
bitch.
the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Come here, girl.
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
One bite.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
One tree. Come here, girl. Here, girl.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Jelly, come here, girl.
A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
Boo! Victor!
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holmes. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Roethlisberger now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
Oh, I missed him with that hammer.
30-yard line.
The hammer!
10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It will be enough for another
And with that
first
last
down.
play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Go.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal.
Go.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's building out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And here come the Bills. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
He would have kept it on the ground.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
Nicholson.
That's the benefit to that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Boom,
now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
No!
James has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
You got burned.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain?
Well, hold on to that football, young man. It's the first NFL touchdown catch for DJ Chark. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
Elliott!
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Get him, boy.
They go to Johnson again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And, Johnson dinged up a bit.
Get him out of here.
Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Roethlisberger. He finds Hearns left side. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Whoop, there it is.
Do
Tag team back again.
Check
the direction. Let's begin. Come on, party people. Let's see the north.
This is the NFL.
Party over there. A party over here.
EA
With your hands in the air. These 3 words and you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is. Hit me.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Sell out, sell out, sell out.
Ready? Blue 30. Blue 30. Right side.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Sack his ass. Back,
and that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Roethlisberger. And that is
no sir,
incomplete.
no sir, no sir, no catch. Incomplete. Walk down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easy.
And now out.
Wait.
Come the Bills.
This is all about John Brown, baby.
We're going to get a timeout.
Not John Brown, but John Ross.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as
I want to get that deep ball, baby. Deep ball, baby. Deep ball, John Ross.
Let
me tell you that.
Set. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph from his goal line here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 39 that time. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Holding offense.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
They already killed her? What the
Very
fuck
nice
is going
pickup
on?
of 33 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Patriot.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold him to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Make that now 3 touchdown passes for the rookie Mason Rudolph. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood?
Get out of here,
ahead of
dude.
time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, the connection to Hurts. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Tick, tick, tick,
Gain
tick,
of
tick.
6 there on first.
Bitch.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They run. It's Johnson. And an alley to run. The 30. 10. Touchdown.
All game I stopped the run. Are
Carry
you
on
fucking
Johnson.
kidding me?
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one.
Ball it.
Because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit drive loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Roethlisberger. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him one short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in one game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They run. This is Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, and now he bowls him over. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
James has got it, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up
Look
the
at
first and goal.
Tariq Cohen.
I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight them. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The
Jesse
rookie Mason
James
Rudolph with 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Bills will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He hits Riddick underneath. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play, as they continue to move forward.
Yeah. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Brown with his stick skills. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
Now they will throw it here with Rudolph. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the drag route works out there. Defensively, they were man, weren't they?
They were, and that's really difficult to cover, especially if you're given time to throw the ball. So what you're trying to do is make sure you're at the hip or the upfield shoulder of the receiver and stay aligned with that. You know, kind of Velcro yourself to it, what a lot of coaches call plastering to a receiver. Because if you let them inside you and they're running away and you're chasing, they've got all the advantages.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let and Big
Got
Ben
it.
intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Whoa.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Set. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, set. Black 80.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Got it. Oh, nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Set. Blue 30.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the
Bitch.